Hello everybody, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I don't even think I should say welcome back because I've been off for like years, but basically today what I brought you guys is the video of how I do my everyday makeup, everyday face makeup. I didn't do no eyebrows, no lips, no anything special. It was just that. I do want to do a little disclaimer. The lighting is horrible in here. I try to mess with the lighting so many times. I don't know if I'm actually gonna have clips of it in there, so if I do, I'm so sorry, so please ignore that. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I sound too fake. Is it just me, or like whenever you make videos, like I use my like customer service voice? Like that's so weird. Anyways, okay, that's the only disclaimer. So yeah, let's get right into the video and yeah, enjoy. Okay, so first I start off with my Cetaphil Pro Oily Skin Moisturizer. I highly recommend this moisturizer. Honestly, it has done wonders for me. Every other moisturizer that I've tried has broken me out. So if you don't know what moisturizer to use, or if you haven't used this one, I would. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it, I promise you. So just massage that into your skin, and then I go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. My best friend put me on this one. Honestly, I love it. It's so good with just smoothing out your skin, making it so even. And then I do want to mention that I usually do this before I finish my eye makeup, before I move on to my face, just so that it has time to settle into my skin, like my skin soaks it up and all that good stuff. So yeah, I would probably recommend doing that, if not waiting like about 5 minutes at least, just to let it actually soak into your skin. And then here, you don't have to use vapor rub but I do. It's a good like lip plumper, and it moisturizes my lips really good, but you can use your chapstick. And then here I'm going in with my e.l.f. concealer in the shade light peach. So this concealer was way too light for me. It did not want to focus on the camera, but it was way too light for me, so I use it as like a color corrector in a way. So I just put this all over my blemishes, and then if you have like any discoloration, you could also put it on that if you like. But yeah, this just helps me hide my scars and my acne. Then here I'm going in with my e.l.f. Concealer brush, and I pat the powder into the brush so that it's not too much, and I just lightly set it. And then I also go ahead and put powder in where my smile lines usually create creases. I've noticed that ever since I started doing this, it has minimized my creases, my smile line creases. And then here I'm moving on to foundation. So I mix these two shades. I mix the shade 112 Natural Ivory and 110 Porcelain, and then I just mix that on a little tray thingy that I took off a palette. And then I am gonna mention that I do use like a dry beauty sponge, because I feel like when I used to wet it, the moisturizer would mess with the, I don't know, with the consistency, and I would lose a lot of product for some reason. And like, I don't know, I just found that it sticks to my face a lot better when it's not messing with water. Okay, so the next step is to conceal. So I'm taking my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Vanilla. So I recommend you use any concealer of your choice that's a shade closest to your actual skin color or your skin tone. I really like this concealer. My best friend put me on this one once again. She didn't really like it, but I love it. It's a little bit thick, so I think that's why I like it. It's a little bit more full coverage than the one I used to use. I used to use the Maybelline one, I believe. But yeah, just go under your eyes, and then on top of your upper lip, bridge of your nose, chin, and your forehead, and then just blend that in. Then here I'm going in with the actual concealer that's lighter than my skin color, so I'm going back in with that e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Light Peach. And then here I'm just putting some in the inner corner of my eyelid, so like my tear duct, and then a little bit under my outer eye. I don't know what that spot is called, but just do that. That's more for the actual brightness of your eye. And then you're just gonna blend that. And then I ended up blending away my concealer with a small beauty sponge that I got from shop Glamify Me, and that's a store that we had in our local mall. And then I did not conceal, dummy, I setted my under eye after I blended out the first one like this, just because that concealer does tend to crease very quickly, I've noticed, or it tends to dry, so it creates creases. And then I just baked really fast, but I have not set the rest of my skin. And then I'm going in with my cream contour already. So this is actually a concealer from Wet n Wild, but it's darker than my actual skin tone, so I use it as a cream contour, and it's in the shade Dark Cocoa. And so then here I'm actually already doing my nose contour. And I'm just using a Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush, and I put the product onto the actual bristles and blend it away. And you don't need it to be precise yet, because I do end up going and cleaning it up. And then I contour a little bit under my my bottom lip. And so here I'm cleaning it up with some more foundation and that small beauty sponge that we saw earlier. And then you guys already saw that I put some on my cheeks already. And here I'm just blending away any harsh lines that were created when I was cleaning up the cream contour. So here I'm going to blend away the cream contour on my actual face with this Real Techniques expert face brush. And you always want to blend up when you're blending your contour. I put it a little bit on my actual cheekbones, and it just gives you a nicer fade, I guess you could say. And then keep in mind I have not set my face whatsoever. And then here I'm going to be taking a palette that I took from my dad's store. I don't know where you can find this palette actually. It's a Santee contour palette in the shade 04. He bought it at the, I don't know what the retail stores or at wholesale stores, there you go, in LA. So I don't know, good luck with that. Sorry. But yeah, I'm just taking the blush, putting it on the apples of my cheeks, on my cheekbones, chin, and nose. And that brush, I also took it from my dad, so I don't know, I can't help you. But just take any flush-free brush, honestly. And here I'm going in with my glow kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm taking the shade Sunday, or just kidding, Sunray. Sorry. And I'm taking another Real Techniques brush. It's the setting brush. And then you're just going to highlight on top of where you put some blush on top of your cheeks. Don't go too far down with it. And then you're going to put some on your cupid's bow, your chin, on your temples. And then you're going to grab a smaller brush. Anyone will work. And then you're just going to try and highlight very precisely on your nose, the bridge of your nose and the tip. And then here I messed up, so that's why I like to have a non-set face yet, because it's so easy to go and clean it up. And then some on your tear ducts, and then on your I forgot what that's called, your brow bone. There you go, sorry. And then here I'm gonna go in with my powder bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Mahogany. And then this is just a brush that I stole from my mom, her Mary Kay set. So honestly, any brush works. Just make sure the bristles aren't too stiff, honestly. And here I'm just going back in where I cream contoured, and just deepening it up, gosh. And here I'm finally gonna contour around my edges. I just didn't want to move them, so yeah, I usually would cream contour up there too. And then here some of my jawline, and then gonna go back in with some powder bronzer where I cream contoured on my nose. Okay, so the two powders that I have been using recently is the Lux Pro powder in the shade Banana. I used to use the Makeup Revolution one. That one, I loved it because it does not give you any flashback, and I mix it with this translucent 916 powder from L'Oreal Hydra Perfect, and then I just mix those in an empty airspun container that I have. And then I use this brush. I'm not sure where it's from, but I do want to mention that you want to press it into the bristles so that you don't have too much product when you're going in and it doesn't leave any dry patches. I used to use the Expert Face Brush to set my face, so I would recommend that brush as well. You can buy these at any drugstore. Most of my products you can buy them at any drugstore, honestly. And then here I'm just gonna go ahead and bake. You're gonna want to do this under the eyes and the smile lines to avoid any creasing or any future creasing, and then a little bit on your chin. And then here I'm going to touch up all the places that I've contoured earlier. So here I'm always switching back and forth through my brushes, so any smaller precise areas that I want, you're going to go, for example, the nose, you're going to go with the smaller brush. And then I'm also going to be cleaning it up with that small sponge once again, and I'm baking. And then here I'm going to touch up my contour on my cheekbones and on my forehead, just to deepen it all up. And then going back in to touch up the blush. It's just to give life to your face, honestly. And then chin, nose, you don't need too much on those areas. And then touching back up the highlight, so it just gives you a pop. You could also not touch it up, honestly, if you want, or if you like a natural highlight. And then here I'm just cleaning up any or all the contour areas, wiping away all the bake. And then I do not use setting spray. I used to, but I do have oily skin, so I've just noticed that it helps my oil control, just letting my natural oils do that for me. And then here I'm just cleaning up my lips, and then you're pretty much done. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look, obviously. I hope that it was a pretty helpful tutorial. If there was any confusion or anything, you can always ask me down below. I'm more than happy to answer. And then I do want to say I am not a makeup artist or professional or anything in that sort. I'm self-taught. I just thought I would show you guys my everyday makeup routine, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any questions and anything that you guys would like to see in the future. Please let me know. I am so open-minded for everything. Yeah, and then I just hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be trying to post every week now, at least. I want to really start getting consistent, so yeah, that's our goal for 2021. Let's see what life wants to throw at me this time. But yeah, I will leave all my social medias down below, my Snapchat, my Instagram, my TikTok, and everything of that sort down below. And please don't forget to subscribe and like if you like what you saw. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.